Hey YouTubers, it's Guardian Mike here, and we're going through our series, Introductory Series 101 on guardianship. We're talking about how do you file for guardianship. It's in probate court. We discussed petition. We discussed a possibility for an emergency appointment on a crisis matter for a guardian, temporary. And then now we're at the hearing. We talked about a normal hearing. We talked about Objection 1, where Uncle Louie objects. We talked about Objection 2, where somebody in the family objects. And now we're talking about the objection number 3 scenario, where we're getting into a specific. Well, what would they object about? Well, they can object that guardianship is not appropriate. The court is looking at a two-step analysis when you're seeking guardianship in Michigan. One, is there a need for guardianship? And there's a requirement under law to look for alternatives that are least restrictive for a guardian. So the first analysis, do we need a guardian? The second analysis is this person who is seeking to be appointed guardian suitable? You will not even get to the second analysis if you don't get past the first hurdle. You got to open up that first door. Think of it as 2 doors before you. You got to get to the first door. Do we need a guardian? And if you need a guardian, it doesn't stop there. Are there any less restrictive alternatives, such as powers of attorney? And typically, that's going to be, there's no need for a guardian because we've gone to the lawyer, we've lawyered up, and we have powers of attorney. We have powers of attorney for medical purposes. In Michigan, it's a PAD, patient advocate designation. We have financial powers of attorney. We're good to go. We do not need the court interfering with Uncle Louie. Now, Uncle Louie may be telling that to the guardian ad litem. The guardian ad litem may be telling that to the court, but in the petition, you had to tell the court. In Michigan, you have to tell the court if there's any powers of attorney. You may never have known about that. So you, as I'm picking on baby boomers here, you're a baby boomer caring for parents or children or grandchildren. You may not have known about a power of attorney that's floating out there that mom did with somebody else. So that is a complication, and so you will want to poll the family. Sometimes there's not clear lines of communication. Sometimes there's not clear lines of cooperation, and you just don't know about these powers of attorney. So when you get there and they assert the power of attorney, that's not necessarily the end of it. It's contested. Someone is saying there's no need for a guardianship because we have alternatives to guardianship, and these alternatives are least restrictive, do not involve attorneys and the court, and that is a power of attorney, and we're good to go. Well, that's not necessarily so. The counter to that to say the powers of attorney are not working, Uncle Louie is showing combative behaviors, and or the person, the agent, and the power of attorney isn't behaving correctly. So the judge hears that there is a problem, sets it for a contested hearing. Again, you'll come back to court in about 3 to 4 weeks in my jurisdiction. Mr. Sean, our cameraman here, and who won his first trial today. Hey, everybody. Anything you want to add there, Mr. Sean?
Nope, nothing to add, Mr. Guitarski.
So no need for guardian.